Alright, so I woke up and I seen nearly all of my builds got nerfed. And my builds that didn't get nerfed were my verse 1 builds. Yes, builds that I made in verse 1. Those are the builds that didn't get nerfed. But yeah, I'm gonna explain some of the balance changes that happened with these recent updates. Okay, so basically they are nerfing Shrine of Order builds. So let's say you go 50 fortitude for to the finish. Okay, if you go 50 fortitude and then you use the Shrine of Order and then you get 25 fortitude, since the requirement right now for to the finish is 50 fortitude, it's not going to be as effective. And they basically did that for a lot of talents in the game. I want to get Ghost on this build because I do want the passive agility. Let me know what you guys think about the Shrine of Order nerfs. I was really interested in more PvE content and I wanted to try out Conquest as well, but they said they're no longer working on Conquest because most of the testers that were testing and playing Conquest said it wasn't fun, which is just subjective because a lot of people could have found it fun. There would have been some people that would have enjoyed Conquest because there's people that enjoy Chime and then there's people that enjoy ganks. There's people that enjoy both. Me personally, I don't find Chime as fun as ganks. Now, I'm not going to say Chime is 100% boring because I do have fun in 2 versus 2 chimes. Sometimes I do 2v2 chimes. A lot of people could have had fun just trying out Conquest. What I've been told is they're going to be working on some guild updates, like more updates focused on guilds, which is going to be interesting. We could join a guild and do war mode. One of my friends want me to make a build with the cake sword. If you guys know what I'm talking about, it's called the fondant splinter. I'm going to actually make a build with that. It's pretty interesting because currently it's the only critical in the game that can heal you without you needing to hit anyone. The build that I'm making right now, I'm making this to do PvP and to also farm Titus. Okay, so this build is going to be able to solo Titus, and I can solo Titus with this build. I'll even include it in the video. By the way, even stuff like lasting charisma, if you go below the requirement needed to get it, it's just not going to be as effective, but it's still good to have, so I am going to be getting it. I'm gonna burn this just because I want to get Ghost, and we can also burn this as well. And we're going to take Fast Blade. If you are making this build, make sure you get Fast Blade because you have to get that pre-shrine, okay? And we're just going to roll 2. So the reason why I'm making this build is because I want to get this thing from Titus, which basically makes it so instead of you doing this, it will actually do an attack. If I do keep on uploading Deepwoken content, I kind of want to like let you guys know what I'm doing, because there's some builds that I literally just make and I don't even make like videos on it. And the reason for that is because I test a lot of builds. But yeah, I'm going to be testing out that cake sword build. I just want to make a build for fun. When I make that cake build, it's just going to be a build that I'm making for fun, and it might turn out good. I'm really interested in the cake weapon because I don't see many people using it. The only person that I've seen using it recently was my friend that uses it. He's really good at PvP, so he can just make a lot of builds work and he doesn't need to play on a meta build. But yeah, I'm gonna try it out for myself and see how it goes. Okay, we're going to take risky moves and we're going to take this as well. Some people were wondering why I took a break from doing Storytime videos. The reason for that is because sometimes when I did make a video and talked about a story and my experience with something, in the past, some people would try and cause a lot of drama after it. There's been times where if I did use a name, I would sometimes change the names and not actually use the ones they go by. School's about to start back up for me, and I'm not really trying to have people involve me with a lot of drama. If you guys enjoy these Storytime videos, I can do another. If drama happens, then it happens. Use this. Okay, we got obvious. When I was bounty hunting verse 1, I got contacted by someone named Bella. Now Bella wanted me to wipe 3 people in a guild. She was offering a shattered katana with chilling. She was telling me, wipe this guild 3 people. If you wipe them, you can keep the chilling shattered katana, right? And wait, who is this guy? Oh, this guy knows me. I fought this guild before. Oh, there's a lot of them in the server. It was 2 members in their guild depth skanking, but that was a while ago. But we're still gonna server hop just to be safe. We're gonna do this really quick, and then we are just gonna get out of depths. Let me tell you guys why I started bounty hunting. The reason why I started bounty hunting is because some enchants back then were extremely powerful. Obfuscation enchant was extremely good back then. Over time, a lot of enchants did get nerfs, right? At the time, I was in a guild called Storm, right? And with Storm, we wanted to get really good builds to go to tournaments. It would be tournaments that gave really good rewards. A lot of people in those tournaments that we would have to go against would have enchants. So before we actually fully did those tournaments, we wanted to make sure that we had good builds. So we started trying to get enchants. Okay, another guy. So the guild that I was in, Storm, wanted enchants, and I was just doing bounties to try and get some more enchants for the guild. Okay, so going back to the bounty that I was about to do, and this is how I found a lot of people in the depths. So it was this guy that I knew, and his name was Austin. This guy Austin, he would go and try out for guilds, and by him trying out for guilds, he would get a lot of information. When he first started trying out for guilds, he just did it for fun, but then he became a bounty hunter. It was this bounty hunting system. Austin was the top bounty hunter for 4 months until he took a break from the game. Really interesting playstyle, guys. Let me level up. We're gonna get to the finish on this build. 1 second. This guy, Austin, knew a lot of guilds. After Bella was talking about me about the guild, I talked to my friend Austin. I was like, hey Austin, you know anything about this guild? He told me that he knew a bit about the guild, but he didn't have access to stuff like going to their depths farms. So he actually went and tried out for the guild. So then he started giving me information on the guild and how I could actually find them in depths. We found out that they were going to farm in depths. There was a lot of max levels there. So me and Austin joins them. We managed to wipe 6 people and we get the chilling shattered katana. So after that, Bella wanted me to join her guild, and I was not going for that. I didn't join her guild, but I still did help her and her guild out because she just wanted me to help with some stuff. She was really known in the trading community. She had a lot of enchants, okay? I was helping her guild fight owls because one of them wanted Vision Shaper. There were depth skankers that tried wiping her guild members a lot of times, and I helped her guild out. By the way, this is at the time where a lot of her members did not know how to properly fight an owl. So me and Bella, we were the only people fighting the owl. And then after we beat the owl, this guy goes over to the chest and takes a blue gem. He's really tanky. This dude in Bella's guild that didn't attack the owl at all just goes up to her chest and takes a blue gem. So I combat attacked the guy. He didn't want to drop the blue gem because he said, "You're a no attunement build. Why do you need the blue gem?" He wasn't fighting the owl at all, and he wanted to keep the blue gem that we only got because we fought the owl. So since he didn't drop the blue gem, I start attacking him and I down him in depths. And then he just keeps on talking about how I'm a no attunement build and that he really needs the blue gem. I wipe him. Even Bella was on my side. I'm not trying to run. I'm not trying to run. I'm 5 bars. Okay, guys, let me give this guy my full focus on this 1v1. Sometimes when I'm talking, I would just stop and do this. I'm gonna just tell the story and show you guys me progressing the build. The person that I wiped was one of Bella's guild members. I would have just let him have the blue gem if he would have helped us fight the owl. As soon as we got done fighting the owl, he ran right to the chest. So I did wipe him, and shortly after I wiped him, it turns out that was one of Austin's friends. So Austin starts messaging me about it. I tell him what happened, and he was like, oh yeah, that's totally understandable. I would have done the same thing. And my friend Austin told me that the guy that I wiped was leaving Bella's guild. Then Austin told me that the guy that I wiped was trying to get people to go to depths to try and wipe me and Bella. He was upset at Bella because Bella told her guild members to let us 1v1. He didn't want a 1v1, he wanted them to help him. Austin agreed to helping him when it came to trying to wipe Bella in her guild because he heard that Bella has a lot of enchants and that she usually keeps enchants on her. I just go and tell Bella because at this point she helped me with a lot of stuff, and in the past I was also in a similar situation where her allies were going to flood on me because I wiped them before and she told me about it. So I just go and tell Bella, the person I just wiped wants to wipe us and he's bringing Austin and more people. You know, the guy that helped me do that bounty for you, he's going to depths with them. And then she tells me it's fine. At this time there was no voiding and going into layer 2, and then I let her know. I say, if you start fighting Austin, I'm not going to help you fight him. And she said that's okay. So me and Bella were farming in depths, and then I see Austin, and I also see the guy that I wiped. So I start fighting the guy that I wiped, and I beat him again. The guy that I wiped came to depths with 2 people that I didn't know, so I started fighting those 2 people. There were 4 other people with Austin. I didn't attack the other 4 people because they were allied with my guild at that time. For the group of people that joined depths, only person that really was trying to wipe me was the guy who took the blue gem. Most people in that group with Austin, they were focused on attacking Bella because they thought that Bella had a lot of enchants on her. So after I wiped the guy that took the blue gem for the 2nd time, I started attacking 2 people that I was not allied with that were on Bella. And then I wiped those 2, so I wiped 3 people in total. Also, Bella did have her guild members there, but Bella in her guild was still outnumbered at the time. A lot of Bella's guild members did wipe, and Bella ran away. And then the guy that I wiped twice, he starts getting upset at Austin, and he was like, oh, you said you were going to help me with this gank. And Austin says to him, yeah, I did help you. I was fighting Bella and she ran away. He really wanted Austin to help him fight me. After Bella ran away, me and Austin were talking for a bit, and then we see that Bella came back. We were just really surprised because we saw Bella using a NLK enchant in the depths. So Austin starts to fight Bella, and he wanted to have a 1v1 with Bella, and Austin was doing really good combos. It looked like he was winning, but over time his health kept on getting lower. So they just kept on fighting, and Austin got to a bar of health. And this is what happens next. Someone lives Austin. So he got all his health back, and Bella didn't get a health pack. While they were fighting, I saw that Bella had Share Strain on, so I joined her call just to see how much health she was. And she was 5 bars. And she didn't parry and avoid every single attack, but she was still 5 bars because she had the best self-healing build in the game at that time. So Austin starts getting low again, and Bella wins against Austin. As soon as he got downed in depths, he instantly wiped just because of Bella's enchant. Austin starts messaging me, and he really wants me to help them wipe Bella. And then Bella starts fighting the 4 people that tried wiping her with Austin earlier. She wiped every single one of them. When it came to Bella's build, she had really good passive healing from her enchant, and she would also heal with Flame Wisp. Back then it was just passive healing for Flame Wisp, and she was able to heal with Reinforce as well. Also, with her equipment, she had more than double the amount of health I had. So after we left depths and some time went by, I remember she called me and she was asking for my help for an overworld gank, and I told her, I said, you have that build, you don't need my help. Unless she's fighting someone that has a similar build to her or a really good build with enchants as well. I still went and helped her, but she really didn't need my help for that. She could have easily won that without me. Some more time went by and I stopped talking to Bella as much because I was helping the guild I was in with PvP related stuff, also helping them progress, and I wanted to make a build with a enchant and really good equipment. Bella offered me enchants and also equipment so I could make a good build, and I just told her no thanks. It was two reasons why I didn't want to take stuff from Bella. One was because I didn't want to get fully boosted by her. I wanted to either do PvE or do bounties to get most of my enchants. I didn't want to just be given enchants by her at the time. Also, back to that bounty that I first did for Bella. The reason why Bella got bounty hunters to wipe that guild, it was because they would log if they would see her in the same server as them. So they would log from her, but if they seen one of her guild members in depths, and if she wasn't in depths with them, then they would attack her guild members. With the chilling shattered katana that we got from her, at first we were thinking about getting 2 enchants for it so I could have one and Austin could have one. The second reason I didn't want to take stuff from Bella was because from what that guild told me was that most of her enchants didn't come from trading and that they came from her doing something else, but they didn't have proof of that. And after they were telling me about that, I told Austin and I let him keep the chilling shattered katana. Some more time goes by and then I get a message from her and she wanted to know if I was busy and I said no. And then she was asking me if I wanted to watch something with her and I said not right now. She said that she would give me 8 enchants just to watch something with her. Later on, I told her I didn't want the enchants and I would just watch something with her. And I felt like something was going to happen, and it did. And by the way, this movie that she picked was over 2 hours long. So while I was in a call with her, I fall asleep by accident. After that, Bella stays in the call after I go to sleep. So I woke up, said good morning, I left the call, and I just went on with my day. And then when I get back home, there were people from Bella's guild showing me a screenshot of me and Bella being in a call together and it being a call for hours. In the past, a lot of people thought a lot of stuff about me and Bella. It got to a certain point where I just said people can think what they want because the situation wasn't that serious at all. When it had just happened to me, I was bothered, but over time I realized it really wasn't that serious. It was just some people trying to make it seem like I was dating her. And Bella was 2 years older than me and she was making it seem like we agreed to sleep on call. So after I got home and I seen that, I called her and I asked her if she could make an announcement in her guild server explaining what happened, and she didn't want to do that. So after that, I left her guild server and I blocked her. So then I was playing Deepwoken and Bella starts joining every single server that I'm in, and then she starts following me around and starts killing everyone that's around me. And she did this for 2 days until I unblocked her. There was one person in Storm that had a really good chance at beating her, and he's also the best PvPer that I met verse 1. I've never seen him lose a 1v1. Even times when he was outnumbered, I've never seen him lose before. If it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't have done so many PvP videos. He was in a server called Deep League and he was doing tournaments, so I didn't tell him about the situation because even if he would have beat Bella in a 1v1, she probably would have just came back. So I started talking to her again, and it was one day that she wanted to use one of my accounts to summon Prim, and back then there was a much longer cooldown on summoning Prim. I let her use one of my accounts, and then she told me that she just wanted one more account to summon Prim, so I let her use another account. The account that I had majority of my enchants on, I did not give her access to that account. So the next day when I wake up, the 2 accounts that Bella said she was going to use to summon Prim, both of those accounts had the password changed. Back then, I had 6 accounts in total that I was using for Deepwoken, and some of you may be wondering why I had those many accounts. When I was bounty hunting, a lot of accounts that I played on would get known, and some people would log if they seen me in depths. And when a lot of people started logging, then I would make a new account and use that account. So the accounts that she got were older PvP builds that I was no longer using. I started wiping a lot more depth gankers verse 2, and the only reason why I don't change accounts as often as I did in verse 1 is because the Deepwoken developers added echoes, and it can take a very long time to farm echoes. When I realized the passwords first got changed, I didn't even call her about it. I was just using another account at the time, and then she called me saying that the only reason she changed the password was because she wanted to see how I would react to it. I just said to her I didn't need to use those accounts, but I did ask her to give me the enchants that were on those accounts. She did give me the enchants back, but after all that happened, I stopped talking to her for a while. A lot of time went by and verse 2 released, and then she starts attacking my friends in depths with my old PvP builds. At that point of time, I started consistently winning 1v1s against her even when she was on her main build. If you guys really want to keep your Roblox accounts safe, do not share accounts. After that, some time goes by and I get a message on my phone, and I read the message and it said, "Can we watch another movie together?" The number that texted me calls me. I don't pick up, and then my phone rings again from the same number, and I just pick up, and it was Bella. I don't know how exactly she got my number. I did click links from her in the past, so maybe that had something to do with it. After she called me, I did a factory reset on my computer. Moral of the story is, if you want to keep your Roblox accounts safe, do not share your accounts. And also be very careful if someone does send you a link. This build is very good for farming Titus. I was able to solo Titus on this build. If you guys want the full build, it will be in my server. I love all you guys, and see ya.